Hi everyone, this is Dr. Scott. I am just making a quick video showing you how if I was the student, would have completed one of our assignments this week. And we are going to be looking at writing assignment number 2 using Microsoft Editor. So for this assignment, you were supposed to look through the writing assignment number 2 writing tools handout, which was giving you the directions on what we were doing on our assignment. And then everything that you are working on is within the Wonders of the Moon essay or example essay that you will be editing and revising and making sure it aligns with MLA formatting. So first thing I did is I opened this in a new tab. I would always open things in new tabs going forward because otherwise it just takes you there, and then when you go back you're not necessarily taken to the same exact location that you were in Blackboard. It might make you start all over at the beginning of the course. So the first thing that I saw was the Writing Tools assignment handout. It says read the document before doing anything else, this whole document. Open the Wonders of the Moon essay. Change the file name in order to distinguish the copy that you will edit from the original. So you're downloading it and making sure that you have your name attached to it, so you're going to upload the one that is your work and not end up uploading or turning in something that is a blank copy that you initially downloaded that was unchanged. After you complete the grading rubric quiz, edit and revise the essay using the editor tool in Microsoft Word. And then if you were unfamiliar, it had different videos you could watch about that. And then it talks about Grammarly. I love Grammarly. I have already told every single one of you this semester that I highly recommend and suggest that you go to Grammarly.com or download the Google Chrome extension for Grammarly and create a free account. The free account version gives you access to punctuation, grammar, spelling check, all those sorts of mechanical English, just correct English checking. And the premium stuff, I feel like you don't really need this semester. Maybe when you get to a different level in your writing, maybe you'd want to unlock some other options. But right now the free is fine. And then the editor tool will help you edit the errors in spelling, grammar, and mechanics. Additionally, you should revise the formatting to match MLA guidelines for essays. Formatting according to academic style requirements isn't something computer tools can correct automatically. So use the textbook as a reference and align the document to MLA style to the best of your understanding. So as a student, then I'm going to pull up my copies of the Wonders of the Moon. This so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to click the ellipses and I'm going to download it. And then of course I need to enable editing. Then I'm going to click File. I'm going to save it as, and maybe I'll just say Wonders of the Moon, edited by Jessica Scott. And I don't want it to be in my downloads anymore. I'm going to move it to my desktop and save it there. So now this is my copy. Everything I change on it is going to be on my copy and not the downloaded version. And then this is what I would upload when I am finished. So the first thing I'm looking at that I notice, it says writing class May 5th, 2015. As you can see, I went ahead and just pulled up the MLA, basically a paper starter template that I shared with you this week during Module 4. And it's something that you'll be using throughout the semester. And so I know at the beginning it should be the student's full name, instructor's name, class name, and the date. So then if I go back, I would then correct this to match, right? So they do not have their full name, they don't have the instructor, they hopefully know which writing class they're in, but we can leave writing class alone, and then they have the date. So after that, I know that there's definitely something wrong with the formatting of here. So in MLA, everything needs to be 12-point size font in the New Times Roman or Times New Roman font. So I'm going to select this. First, I think it's going to be easiest to fix this, I'll put it all the way to the left. Now it's not going to stay left aligned because as you might have noticed in the template that it needs to be centered. So we can go ahead and center align my title, which you'll do for every writing assignment this semester. Then we are going to, we don't want it bold. We definitely don't want to use Broadway. If I start typing in Times New Roman, and we're going to change it to 12-point font. There we go. And then you're not going to put by and your name because, again, your name, your full name should be up here and not here. I just want to make sure they indented correctly. So if you start all the way over to the left and hit tab one time, that is enough indenting. Looks like they indented all their paragraphs. Oh, nope, they missed this one. So I'm going to hit the tab key again on my keyboard. All right, so far it looks like they did some things right. They did double space, so everything's double space, which is correct. I have corrected their title. Again, they need to put, we'll put student, mixed student phase, writing class, and I'm going to look back at that template because it says it should be the instructor's name, class name, and the date. So, Dr. Scott, writing class, May 5th, 2015. All right, so now I fixed this and this. Now I'm looking at a lot of things that are underlined in red and blue based on what Microsoft Editor is finding for me. So I would go through each one of them, and if I agree with it, I would fix it. So I'm going to go through there. Once I am done doing that, I then am going to go through, and I'm just going to highlight it all, copy it, and then I'm going to go to Grammarly. I have the extension, but of course you could just go to Grammarly.com. And I'm going to paste it in there. All right, so I'm going to say that it's an academic paper, an essay, and it is an MLA format. I'm also noticing that I wonder if it would also let me check my citation in Grammarly, because I also know there's something wrong with that citation. For certain, something is wrong with that citation. So I'm just going to put it down here at the bottom and see if it tells me anything. Grammarly might not be advanced enough to fix your citation. I was just checking. Okay, so once you've made all the corrections that were suggested to you in Microsoft Editor, I would then do like a double layer basically of checking and put it through Grammarly and look at all the suggestions it's giving you to fix in Grammarly. Sometimes it's even, some of your punctuation looks straight, some of it looks curly. Let's update it all to be straight or curly. It doesn't matter, straight or curly, just as long as they're the same. So go through, you can fix for correctness, which is like your basic check. And these are something that I can see. You probably won't be able to see the delivery, engagement, and clarity, just because that I think is just with premium, which I have. So once you go through and you correct all of these, right, accept the corrections as long as you agree with what they're saying, because every once in a while Grammarly will suggest something that does not make sense for the sentence. It might suggest a synonym that doesn't make sense in the context that it is written in. So just instead of just blindly accepting everything, make sure that you're really reading through it and making sure that Grammarly is giving you that it's a suggestion that looks reasonable, that looks right. Because 98 to 99%, it's going to be the right thing to do. But every once in a while, you'll disagree with it, and that's fine. All right, so once you're done with that, then you would copy and paste it all back into your paper. And then if I had done all that right, all this blue and red would be gone because I would have fixed everything. But I'm not going to take the time to do all that right now for the sake of the length of this video. I do want to look at the works cited. So works cited, you're never going to start with the title of the, you're never going to start with quotation marks, and you're never going to start with the title of the article. It's always going to start with the author's last name. So this should have been Duncan J. You don't even need his first name. So Duncan J. And then I actually would need to look this up real quick. I'm going to bring up the format because I usually use APA and this is MLA, so let's check it. Now, from the looks of it, it doesn't say that this is from a journal. So I know I'm not citing a journal. It doesn't have a website, so I don't think I'm citing a website. Everything that's here looks like it's going to be, I assume this is a book, because it says, it's got an author, publisher, year, and then a title. And it doesn't say anything about it being located on certain page numbers of that or being part of a journal of any sort. So what I did is I went to Google and I just Googled MLA format reference book, or MLA format for book reference. So it should be last name, first name, title of the book, city of publication, publisher, publication date. And then Purdue University, Purdue OWL, these are usually always going to give you good, or these are always going to give you good examples. So let me move this real quick. All right, book with one author. So James, Chaos, Making a New Science, Penguin, 1987. I'm going to copy and paste that in just as an example, and then I can use it to format mine. All right. Also, fun thing, if you just paste, it's going to keep the formatting of the website. If you paste keep text only, it'll align it to what you have. All right, so last name is Duncan. First name was John. We have a period. And then we have no quotation marks. Astronomy. Definitive Guide to the Universe. It looks like in the example, they capitalized it using title capitalization, so the definitive guide and universe is all still capitalized. Then we have a period. Their publisher would have been Paragon, just like down here in the reference, it was Penguin. So I'm going to put Paragon. I'm going to put a comma just like they did to separate the publisher from the year. And then I'm going to end it with a period. So this is what we started with. And this is what it should look like. So I'm going to erase the bad one. And if you had multiple sources, you would want to organize them alphabetically listed based on the author's last name. So if your next source started with an A, it would go above this. If it's past the D in the alphabet, you would put it down here. So that's what I would do. I would fix that after going through and fixing all the errors throughout the paper. And then I would have saved it, and I would have turned it in by uploading it to the assignment. If you have any questions about this, let me know. But this is kind of the process I would have gone through if I were editing it, and it helps me know how to grade it as I look at yours.